Hello, 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 Aries. Welcome. How are you guys doing? My name is Patty. I'm your empath that is doing your intuitive tarot today, along with some astrology and numerology. I do my intuitive tarot by basically asking the divine or whoever he sends through. Could be your ancestors, angels, could be my ancestors. I don't know who comes through, but they are there to help and guide us, give us the wisdom from the second dimension to help us through our struggles, our challenges. Maybe we have a question, trying to make a decision on something. I can't shuffle worth beans today, so bear with me. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to stop doing readings here. It's getting so hot. We have about 92 degrees, and my house is air conditioned except for this room. So I'm going to have to stop for a bit after this reading. So let's get started. Again, 28th through the July 4th. Happy 4th of July. I am recording this because I am on vacation. And I am going to be doing a live, if you're watching this before, and this is why it's recorded. I always do my readings live. So if you're getting this, it's because I am on vacation. It's only 1 week that's recorded. So we'll be back live the next week. Might be running a little late, but definitely it'll be live again. I will be doing some impromptu lives from Disney World and Universal Studios. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll know when I'm on and when I do those, because I'm not giving any notice. So you just have to be subscribed and hit the bell. And then on the 22nd, I am doing the full moon reading. So if you're watching this before the 22nd at 11 a.m., hit the subscription bell and the bell because I'm going to be live on the 22nd for the full moon reading. The reason why I'm doing it on the 22nd is I'm on the airplane on the 24th. So that is full moon day. So I usually do my readings on the full moon to get the full energy. And also if people have questions, it's in that energy, because full moons can be really hard with their energy. So that's the announcements that I have right now. And that's it. So let's get started. So we have the first card out. This is the Divine's card again of anything that you're asking. Maybe there's something going on that you need sort of a nudge towards or whatever. This definitely, I could see that happening. So this is about the Raven. The Raven is the number 10 in this deck. Again, for those that are new, oracles are sort of like a theme. And they're not an actual tarot deck, but they're sort of like a theme. This is where we sort of get our theme from, and then the reading comes with that after. So the Raven is the number 10. It's about magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. Now, those that you know me know I don't believe in magic. It's an illusion, for one. We can see a magic. It's an illusion. But you look for absolute truth. And then also, too, synchronistic events are basically your destiny. That is the things that happen to get you to your purpose or your calling. And coincidence, I don't believe in it. I do believe that things happen for a reason, whether the divine interacts or we make a choice. We have freedom of choice. And this still, it's the way that we play our lives out. All right. So definitely with that, it's hot. Sorry. I have a fan going, but it's hot. I'm sorry, I think we're around 92 right now, or 95. So current energy is the water fairy, and that's, oh my gosh, this is the second time this has shown up in this set of readings that I've been doing, and in the exact same place. I think this was Capricorns, maybe. The water fairy, feelings and emotions, and again, the number 10. Two number 10s, guys. This is, remember when I talk about numerology and how things happen over and over? So the number 10 is actually two numbers. It's the number 10 when something is finishing and completing. It's also the number 1 when new energies and new beginnings, new things are happening to come in. So somebody's in the transformation of something ending and new, good, positive energies coming in, because we're going to keep these energies positive, right? Right? Yes, we are. This is a future card here, and this is about the astrology part, and this might be a little bit of a risk to take. This is where you're going to have to believe in your intuition, that gut feeling. Is this good for me, not good for me? Should I keep moving forward, or should I stop and go a different route? Because it's the number 4, and it's about risk. The number 4 is about building a core foundation. Now, when you got new energies coming, you could be ending a season and a new season beginning. That could be with a person, that could be a job, that could be a project, that could be a travel ending, something else coming up. Whatever it is, it's sort of like a vacation. It's sort of like, oh man, it's ending. But then, yeah, you got to come home, go back to work. It's like, okay, you got to now move that energy forward. However, this energy needs to be more stable, more base foundation, because the number 4 is about a solid foundation. It is about stability. Okay. So that's where we're going with that. So let's see what is happening and going on with you guys this week. So the thing about the raven, I like about the raven, the raven is actually a very smart bird. You might have heard me say that many a times. Extremely smart. You can actually teach a raven to talk. Did you know that? Yeah. But also in myth and in biblical times and in other beliefs, the raven is an unclean bird. Also brings messages. It also carries things with it. That kind of a thing. So it all just depends on which way you're looking at it. Now, in the watery fairy for your current energies, that number 10, as I keep saying, is, with the feelings, it's you controlling your feelings or your feelings controlling you. Okay. So that definitely is an energy that you need to be asking yourself. And are those feelings and energies stopping your destiny, your synchronistic events? Are they stopping them? It's like things are going good and then all of a sudden they stop. Well, that's the time to analyze. That's the time to analyze. And you can analyze and say, okay, divine, show me, is this like a relationship? All of a sudden it stops, or somebody ghosts you, or somebody whatever, it's just out of the blue, it just stops, and then everybody's like, oh, is it me? What did I say? What did I do? What I went? No, might be the other person. The other person might be a player. The other person might be insecure. The other person might be looking for a booty call and you're not going to be given out, that kind of a thing. You don't know in that. And it also might be that, a job ended because that season is done. And now we have something new coming. It's like when I lost my job from COVID, that kind of a thing. I actually was like, crap, because it was a good, stable job. However, I didn't realize how heavy of a stress that was on my body, but the divine could see it because I ended up in the hospital a few weeks later from the stress. But the thing was that I thought, okay, divine, one door closed. What door do you got open? And let me tell you, he didn't just open a door. He flung 2-3 doors open that were that wide. They were huge, and I've been blessed ever since. So you have to trust in the synchronistic events that they are going to allow you to expand your wings. I'm surprised I didn't see the spider card here. I thought I saw another card pop, but I guess I didn't. If it did, that's before this one, but no. Okay. So let's see what we got going here. Okay, for somebody or some of you in the past, and this might even be a little bit now, because some of you are probably fairly young. I say if you're in your 20s, early 30s, you're pretty young. You're still babes in the woods. You're still learning. You're still putting your stuff together and trying to get life together. You're just getting life together, maybe some of you. But the other thing too is I'm going to share with you in psychology. You find out that some of you that are maybe even just over the hump of being 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, if you're there, or even 25. In psychology, what you don't know, and what I'm happy that my daughter waited to go to college, because before the age of 24-ish, somewhere around there, depends if male, female, and all that kind of stuff, and other elements, your frontal lobe is not developed 100%. It's not like there's nothing. It's just not developed 100%. It takes that long to develop. Well, that frontal lobe is all about your decision making and your choices. That's why you find a lot of young people going to jail sometimes, because they haven't made good decisions or choices, because it's just not developed. It's like having a baby understand certain things that it literally can't because the brain is not developed enough to, you know. So the thing is that we have to see what we can be actually cognitive and be able to actually do that when we're not ready. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have the Fool first out. Now, the Fool is a very young energy, could be a younger energy, very pure at heart, very, active, happy, trying new things, getting out there, attempting new stuff, all that kind of stuff, and trying just new things. I mean, that was me. I mean, I bodybuild. Bodybuilder is a little bit older, but I learned how to windsurf and scuba dive, and I lived in another country, and I just was all over the place. I just enjoyed traveling and I didn't care by myself, and I was a semi-pro bowler and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, we do a lot of things when we're young, right? Okay, so this is person in your past that this is sort of your mentality. Now that we're getting older, maybe you're getting a little bit older, that mentality has to change a little bit. We want to be happy and joyful and trying new things, but we really got to be careful because sometimes our young mentality and staying immature keeps us stuck and bound, and we cannot grow with synchronistic events and things that we need to take a risk on. Okay. And this is where your feelings and emotions get in the way because your thought process is more young. And so we want to grow that up a little bit more. And it doesn't mean that, well, can't I be funny? Can't I be like a big kid? Yes and no at the right times. Because we know that, no offense, guys, but males in reality, chemically and biochemically, mature a little bit behind women. And so, we take more risks in doing things that we probably shouldn't. But we do because that's who we are. All right. So at some level, though, we have to release that immature thinking to grow. Okay. I don't know where anybody is at. I don't know if this relates to you, but it definitely is moving forward with your intuition, with walking in the truth, which realizing the synchronistic events, the offerings that are coming up, something has to end, something new has to begin. Yeah, so you might not have to be so immature, in your joke. It's sort of like somebody who jokes around all the time, and they cannot be serious once. So that type of person has a lot. Either one, they're doing that out of fear, or they're doing that just because nobody has really made them accountable to grow up or to mature, put it that way. So there is sort of an intuition here. Everybody has it. It's sort of like going into a formal dining hall and you're in surfing shorts and thong flip-flops kind of a thing. That's not appropriate. So sometimes we have to know when it is appropriate to actually share our feelings and our emotions. It's fine to joke, but sometimes you got to be serious, that kind of a thing. All right. So that's for, I don't know who. This is a risk for somebody because they're not comfortable with it. Definitely not comfortable with it. This is a new change to release, definitely, for your journey. I love this, though, because it is a new energy. You got to take a risk. Taking risks can be really good as long as they're of a high vibration, not a low vibration. I don't think. You guys, I'm not used to recording. Did my phone die? Ooh, 1212. 33. Acknowledgement. I'm supposed to be acknowledging something. Anyway. Interesting. So you have an offering. This is going to be a hard one for somebody. This is going to be a real hard one for somebody because you have the offering there, but it's like, I like who I am. I want to be who I am going to be. And it's fine who you are. You always should be. And is it really the you? I just did a new video, and if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. It's called Who Are You? And it's about walking in the truth. So if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and look on the playlist, or I think I have it as a premiere, and see that. But this is a person who definitely is struggling with change. Now, this is the Saturn-Uranus energy that is in the full moon reading. I do talk a lot about the full moon and also the retrogrades, because there's a lot of retrogrades, the energies between Saturn and Uranus also, because Saturn's in retrograde. We got Jupiter going into retrograde. We've got Pluto in retrograde. I go into that into the full moon reading on the 22nd. So if you've missed it, please watch it. If not, hit the subscription and notification, and you'll be seeing me at 11. 11 on the 22nd. But somebody's having a hard time because this is a conflict between control and truth. This is Saturn-Uranus energy. And this is something that is just like you're trying to hold on to this so much, and that, you know what, you're sort of stubborn. I don't know who that's for. Sorry, but I don't know who that's for. This stubbornness is keeping you from growing. And maybe you do need to take a little bit of a risk to actually move forward, because you're creating your own path. You know, so if things are not working out for you and you're wondering why, you might have to analyze, thank you, your attitude, because it has to do with your feelings and emotions. So if you're starting to do everything based on your feelings and emotions, that's not the way to live your life. I hate to say that, because the thing is that our feelings and emotions are like this, and they come and go like a fart in the wind. But they do. Okay. So somebody's challenge here is really, really hard because they seem to stay on the negative side. I don't know who this is for. I don't know if this is the same energy. I don't feel like it's the same energy, but I do feel that this person is sort of faking it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a different energy, guys. There is somebody out there that is acting very, very bubbly on the outside, and they're tormented on the inside. They're sad, they're depressed, they may have anxiety, but I can see this person outside. I'm seeing a feminine, but I'm also seeing a masculine. He's sort of behind. So I don't think these two people know each other at all. However, I do see a feminine and a masculine, and both of them, their heads are down. They're not joy-filled at all. But when they step outside their room, their bedroom or their home, they're, whee, hi, and they're always happy. Is that you? I used to be that way. They hide their fear. They hide their sadness. They hide their hurt through laughter. And this person may be even a jokester. Remember, I was talking about somebody that jokes a lot and doesn't know when. Your boy Divine is working today. He is just plowing me. Definitely joke. I know somebody this way, but I see and I can feel their energies. Being an empath, I can feel their energies, and their energies are of fear. Very just horrible, horrible fear. And, I love that person very much, but they are just very, very fearful. Good friend. Good friend. And I let them be that way because they can't face that fear. But they have mentioned that they're very afraid. So, I mean, they can only come forward and want help. So if this is you, this can be broken. You can get joy back in your life. Oh my goodness. You just need coaching or maybe professional counseling. And reach out to email me, and, share what you need. But, because anything I do, if you email me, is all confidential. I mean, I talk to people all over the world. I have coaching sessions going on all the time. In fact, I still have room for some coaching sessions in July, but definitely. I mean, this is all about self-love. This is about your feelings and emotions. And the sad thing is that the emotions and the feelings here with depression and anxiety, and I just feel there's low self-value, so low self-esteem. I can even see somebody that's a little overweight. And girl or guy, you know, I've been there. I've been there. And you don't have to feel this way. This is where the divine wants you, or not the divine, excuse me, sorry about that, where the devil wants you to stay. The devil wants you to stay there because you are then bound to that low energy. This is breakable. There's a video that I have out on my channel. It's either this one. I don't think it's on this one. Go on Get Balanced 2020. It's called Breaking Your Chains. And this is a video that you can start with for free. There's videos all over the place. But I have lived this. And that's how this book got written back here. Because in the very beginning of that book, it's about breaking your chains mentally, because you can't lose weight and keep it off unless you get to here and here first, because it will keep yo-yoing, because we eat out of hurt, stress, especially, I was just speaking this with a gentleman yesterday. I said, ladies will, when they used to come to me for training in the gym, a lot of it would be very stress eating, emotional eating out of either trauma, abuse, you know, low self-esteem, low self-worth. Somebody's just emotionally or verbally beating them, and then they just start believing it, and then they just keep eating. But that's something I'm getting it. Wow. He's been really pushing me today. I'm really getting worn out. But just know that I am here. And if you just need to vent, let out, email me. If you need coaching, we can talk about that too. But, you know, sometimes just getting it out and having somebody been there, done that you can relate to is really, really helpful. All right. I've been through verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, not physical, excuse me, sexual abuse, molestation, whatever. And that I have a video coming out. I am redoing the editing because I spoke to somebody and I was talking to them and they said, well, we need to break that up into 3 rather than 1 because you really want to help people, then we need to break it up in 3. So I'm editing it, but I think I'm going to be sort of redoing it. So it will be helping you. It's called Picking Up the Pieces, and it will be helping you, somebody, hopefully, through the survival of sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and verbal abuse, how to heal and then live with it, because it never goes away. It never goes away. It's just you learn how to live with it. All right. So hopefully that will be out here shortly, in July at least. All right. All right. Lastly here, before we go to love and relationships. Yes. Yes. Thank you. So we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Hermit. A little Virgo energy there. Never hurts. And the Magician. Again, the number 1. We've got new energies beginning. Okay. So the Queen of Swords is looking and getting after the truth. It's getting after the truth. She's really wanting to find out the truth. Okay. Her and the Queen of Cups, and this is where the intuition comes in. You know, this is where your intuition comes in. We have the Hermit, which is a Virgo energy. It's all about looking at things, analyzing things. It's time to internally start thinking and figuring things out. This is where the synchronistic events have been happening. What has been going on to bring you to a level of raising your vibrations, raising your energies and things like that? Is it, you know, been relationships? Is it self-love? Is it your career? Are you burying or hiding things, looking at things? This is about growing yourself in love, okay? And you are the manifestation. Remember, this is magic is an illusion, excuse me, because magic was the first thing on the Ravens. It's an illusion. So what you need to look at is the absolute truth. So you manifest, oh my gosh, this is Saturn. I just thought of this. This is Saturn and Uranus energy totally. So illusions is taking control of something and make it look like what it's not, right? But absolute truth is a standard of which there is truth from it, and that you base whatever you do from it. We call that spirit, we call it divine, second dimension, supernatural, or whatever you want to, whatever, God, Lord, whatever you want to call it. The thing is that's where that is. So there's magic and illusion versus truth. Saturn's energy, Uranus energy, control versus truth. Untruth versus truth. No more faking it, whoever this is. And really start working on that self-love. Feelings and emotions got to stop controlling you. All right. Take a risk. It's like, even if you're scared, nervous, whatever, and it's like, well, I really want to email her. I really do, but I don't know what to say. Just email me. I don't know who that's for, but somebody's trying to really get up the courage to email me. Email me. Do I look like I bite? All right, guys, let's go to love and relationships. And then we are out for the day. And again, just don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. If you want to watch the full moon reading before the 22nd. Actually, I think this is coming live on the 22nd. So if you get it before the 11th, otherwise, hit the bell. You'll be able to, or subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be able to see me live from Universal Studios or Disney World in Florida. All right. Yeah, we fly out on the 24th and we come back on the 4th. So we'll be flying when everybody's having fun hitting the fireworks. But that's okay. We're going to have fun anyway. And I'll be doing some travel. Most of you guys know that I'm a travel agent in the day. So I'll be doing a lot of travel agent videos while I'm there. So if you want to watch some of those or want to see Disney World or Universal, just go to my Facebook, Touch and Go Travel Agency, and I will be posting some up there. All right. So anyway, let's get going. Boy, I haven't made that announcement before. You guys are special. All right. So let's see where we're at here. The web weaver. So remember, relationships, love and relationships could be, if you're in a love relationship, may relate to that, maybe relate to a friend, a coworker, family member, that kind of a thing. Okay. Boy, definitely talking about divine intelligence today. He's really on a roll. So the web weaver is about synchronicity. What's happening, divine intelligence, and the cause and effect. This is Saturn and Uranus energy. This is also in synchronicity in being your destiny, divine intervention. Have you ever thought about that? Wow, this is definitely about that. So whatever is going on between you and another person, this is definitely where it's supposed to be. So pay attention to your intuition on this. If somebody's sending you red flags, they'll pay attention to that as well, because divine intelligence is also about protecting us, growing us in love and light. So somebody's with somebody and they're not paying attention to those red flags. This is your mind getting in the way. This is your feelings and emotions getting in the way. You're not looking at the facts and the truth. So be really mindful of that, because this is the number 4. The web weaver is about your core foundation. We want that core foundation to be divine intervened, because that's all about love, growth, and where we're supposed to be going with who we're supposed to be going with. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So we have confidence is your key success, and this is the new moon in Leo, which we're going into a full moon, actually, if you're watching this before the 24th, which is the full moon. But this is very, very true. Confidence is your key to success in anything, in your relationships, in your communication, in your work, in your love, in divine intervention. It's really, really paying attention to having the confidence and believe in what you are doing. That's when you know that your synchronistic things are on track because the divine's allowing everything to keep moving forward. And have the confidence in who you are and your purpose and your calling. And if you're in a season that's ending or a season that's beginning, you've got a lot of that happening on. Transition is really happening. And maybe there is a risk there that you have to take for your relationship or your love to grow. Now this, when you take a risk, I'm going to say this very delicately and hopefully not hurt anybody's feelings. But when you take a risk, you have to do it in love, because otherwise it's fear. So when you're touching in a relationship, you want to make sure that anything you say or do is in love and not through your feelings and your emotions. And love is absolute truth. And you'll know when because your body will tell you, or your intuition will tell you, oh, that wasn't very nice. That was pretty ugly. So definitely confidence is the key to your success. That is in anything. And this is about love and relationships. If you're confident in yourself, you will build your relationship, from dating to marriage to friends to dating to monogamous relationship, whatever you're into. But you will build it if that is what success is to you. Success, my daughter and I were just talking about this. Success in a relationship is what? Bonding together, growing together, loving each other, accepting each other, faults and all, and that is growing until you have children together, you grow old together, whatever that is. For you, success can be either material or it can be spiritual, earthly, spiritual, human, spiritual. This is the same with your relationships. You can be very materialistic in your relationship, or you can be very loving in your relationships. Very different, very different. It's basically human and spirit difference. All right. So be careful where you take your risk. Make sure it feels good. It's going toward your core foundation. If you're ending a season, a new season, that it feels good and it's positive and all that kind of stuff. All right. Because you don't want to fall for the illusion. Really got to know the truth. This is Saturn and Uranus. If you guys watch that video, it's going to be, it'll come more clear, because it is all about control and truth, and we're fighting. It's actually intense. It's very, very intense. This July is going to be very intense. So, all right, you guys, this is your reading for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful 4th, and we will see you back on the 5th. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All right, take care.